What's going on, YouTubers? Your boy Alyx, man, getting ready to head out for WWE TLC. This is gonna be a video montage of everything that happened tonight while at the live event. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll get into the review afterwards. So here we go. What's up, YouTubers? It is your boy, Alyx, man, up here with my review for WWE TLC 2013. Throughout this review, you're going to get some footage I recorded from my cell phone at the event. I'm going to show you some footage of me meeting Natalya, some footage of me meeting Bryan, well, not meeting him, but filming him as he's coming out, and other wrestlers coming out after the show and stuff like that. But I do want to go ahead and get into the card really quickly. But first off, the experience there. I felt like Houston as a crowd, as a place for the event, was a great place. I enjoyed the event. That crowd was hot. I think throughout the entire show, the energy of the audience there just never died down. Maybe it dipped for the Kofi Kingston and Miz match, which I'll get into in a second. Oh my god, that match was terrible. But definitely a fun crowd to be in front of, and I think it helped the pay-per-view. Honestly, the best part of the pay-per-view was the audience. Tell me how it came across down below in the comment section, but let's go ahead and get into the card here. We kick things off with Dolph Ziggler versus Fandango in the kickoff match. It was an okay match. It was actually pretty decent, but Miz lost. No, Miz didn't lose. Dolph Ziggler lost, which is very sad to hear. I don't get what they're doing with Ziggler now. He was over with the audience, too. The audience was like, BS when Ziggler lost. So, what else can we do? He lost in the pre-show. Sucks. But the first match on the actual card was the first 3-on-1 handicap match. The Shield versus CM Punk. Really good match. I enjoyed this throughout. The whole thing with this match was every time Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins got into the ring, CM Punk would beat their ass. But when Roman Reigns got into the ring, CM Punk had trouble. So that was that ongoing story of Roman Reigns was the reason why, CM Punk was struggling. And then anytime Roman Reigns was out, CM Punk would gain the advantage. The match ends with CM Punk hitting a GTS on Seth Rollins. And then Roman Reigns inadvertently spearing Dean Ambrose, which allowed CM Punk to capitalize and pin Dean Ambrose 1, 2, 3 and get out of there before Roman Reigns can break up the pin. So now we're going to have to wait until tomorrow on Raw to find out where that leads. Because apparently there's going to be some heat with the Shield now. Now I had a YouTuber ask me, does this mean the Shield is going to break up? I don't know, but I can already tell you right now, eventually they will break up. I personally would try to hold it off until WrestleMania. Let the cracks form, let it get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then WrestleMania, bam, let it break up, let it break. Because I seriously want them to do the Wyatt family versus the Shield at WrestleMania. Let that be their final match before they eventually just split. Seriously. But very good match to open up the show. Next up was the Divas Championship. It was AJ Lee versus Natalya. Very good Divas match. Perhaps next to Caitlyn versus AJ Lee, one of the better Diva matches of 2013. For me personally, I felt like Natalya and AJ Lee went out there and put on a clinic for Divas standards. You know what I'm saying? Very good match. It was kind of sad to see Natalya lose. I was getting to the point where I was going to change my opinion because I felt like going into this match, AJ Lee should win. But after seeing Natalya wrestle her ass off, I kind of wanted her to win. and then she lost by a roll-up by AJ Lee. Natalya was going to put her in another sharpshooter, and then AJ Lee rolled her up. So it was a clean roll-up, actually. Still, very good match. She got that close to beating AJ Lee. I guarantee you they're going to have a rematch for Royal Rumble. And that is where Natalya will win it. For I don't know, the third time. Next was the IC Championship. Big E Langston versus Damien Sandow. An alright match. Big E Langston retained. I can't say much about it. You know, they really could have made a lot out of this feud, but they didn't put much emphasis on it. So it just came off like a very strong Raw match on a pay-per-view. It really did. I mean, I'm not trying to bury Sandow or Big E Langston for their efforts, but I didn't really feel like this match should have been on the pay-per-view because they didn't add a lot of hype into it. You know what I'm saying? Those of you who saw Raw, all they did was have Big E Langston on commentary talk about, oh, I think Damien Sandow's a good person and, you know, we're going to have a good match. Why is Big E Langston trying to be Mr. Respect like John Cena 2.0? Oh, God, please don't go in that direction with Big E Langston. 5-count gimmick. 5-count gimmick, WWE. Have Big E Langston go out there and tell his opponents, I'm going to give you some leverage, okay? I want to beat you by 5 count, you can beat me by 3 count. I guarantee you, you put that emphasis, you put that gimmick on Big E Langston, he will get over. He's getting over right now, but slowly. He would get over faster and bigger if you give him that gimmick. That's all I'm going to say about that. For me personally, the Tag Team Championship match was the best match on this card. It was Ryback and Curtis Axel versus the Real Americans versus the Road Brothers versus Big Show and Rey Mysterio. Absolutely fun match. The crowd got into it throughout, especially after Ryback and Curtis Axel got eliminated. So from the point on when it was the Real Americans until the very last elimination of Rey Mysterio and Big Show, this was a really, really good match. It got hot when it was Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes at the end. That was the best part of the entire match. Real Americans were over big time with the Houston crowd. And in the near future, I do want to see them become Tag Team Champions. I think eventually Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro should indeed become Tag Team Champions. But, you know, maybe not right now when Cody Rhodes and Goldust are on their little storyline until WrestleMania. But I think Cody Rhodes and Goldust would drop the belts, should drop the belts to either the Wyatt family or the Real Americans. I would prefer the Real Americans. So, yeah, best match on the entire card. Favorite spot was Rey Mysterio catching catching Cody Rhodes and slamming him to the mat with a powerbomb. That was awesome. You have to watch it for yourself. Definitely a best match on the entire card. And then we get some needless filler. This is where the show just plunged down for a moment. It was Brodus Clay versus R-Truth randomly. Don't know why it wasn't Brodus Clay versus Xavier Woods. That would have made more sense because Brodus Clay is mad at Xavier Woods. So why were we supposed to care about him fighting R-Truth? I don't get that. I might be nitpicking it, but you get what I'm saying, right? Oh, he's a friend of Xavier Woods. I get that. But he has heat with Xavier Woods, which means I should care more about him fighting Xavier Woods instead of R-Truth. Okay, you get the point. This match was pretty slow. It didn't really do anything for me. I thought Brodus Clay playing a heel character, I think, can go somewhere. Not if this is how he's going to be wrestling. I think his matches should be a little bit shorter and maybe pick up the pace a little bit more. He can wrestle a lot faster. I don't know why he was wrestling so slow. Maybe they just didn't match up. This match just wasn't good. I don't know what the real reason behind it was. I will say the heel turn at the end was nice. That was a nice touch to what was a very lackluster match. You know what I'm saying? But seeing the Funkadactyls and Tensai leave Brodus Clay because he was getting very violent with R-Truth, and it distracted him enough for R-Truth to run him up into the schoolboy pin, 1, 2, 3, and R-Truth wins with Brodus Clay throwing a temper tantrum. Let's see where that goes tomorrow night on Raw. I think that should at least be interesting. And then after that, we got the absolute worst match on the show. It was The Miz versus Kofi Kingston. This match was made on the pre-show when Kofi Kingston attacked The Miz at the panel, and then they got a no disqualification match announced. Which to me, I thought, okay, now we're going to get a match where we can get, tables, ladders, and chairs involved, and, give the fans a little bit more of that hardcore feeling we would expect from TLC. Guess what? We got no weapons in this match. No weapons. They barely used the stipulation. Oh, they used an exposed turnbuckle. That is it. Match went long. It was boring. It was slow. Especially for Kofi Kingston and The Miz. Both of them who can wrestle not just technical styles, but faster paced styles. For them to have a slow match, that is just ridiculous. The crowd chanted boring. Loud, resounding, boring chants. They were chanting, we want tables. I started a chant called, what was it? Grab a weapon? Was it grab? Yes, I started a chant called grab a weapon on my side. And even a guy next to me started a Super Dragon chant. Did you guys hear some Super Dragon stuff going on? If you did, that was me and some other guy next to me. Yeah, it got pretty random during this match. This was a very, very terrible match. This was an absolutely terrible match between The Miz and Kofi Kingston. I don't ever want to see this happen again. Kofi Kingston beat The Miz. Yay. And then we get the other handicap match. It's Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatt family. Very good match. The crowd was absolutely bonkers. They went absolutely apeshit over Daniel Bryan when he was inside that ring against the Wyatt family. Wyatts were awesome. I love seeing Bray Wyatt do his crab walk again. That's just mind-blowing to me. I like how he does it so effortlessly. I don't know if he's actually double-jointed. Maybe that's why he can do it so easily. But it looked freaky. It got a "that was creepy" chant from Houston. It was pretty cool. I was shocked to see the Wyatt family beat Daniel Bryan. I thought Daniel Bryan was going to beat them. But the more I think about it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are pissed off about this, let me explain this to you guys. First off, Daniel Bryan losing the match is fine. Daniel Bryan is at the point now where he can lose a match and still look strong. Secondly, he lost to the Wyatt family. Third, he lost to all three members of the Wyatt family. Just losing to one Wyatt family member is not so bad, okay? Losing to Bray Wyatt, that's not so bad. Losing to Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan, you shouldn't feel bad about him at all. Because he got beat up throughout the entire match and kept on fighting. It wasn't a squash, it was a fight. So, to me, this was a very legitimate loss, and it didn't hurt Daniel Bryan at all. And I look forward to seeing where this goes tomorrow night on Raw, especially if this means that Daniel Bryan is going to come out with a chair and whoop their ass. I really want to see Daniel Bryan get angry, get vicious, and start beating some Wyatt family Batoonie. Is that too much to ask for? I would like to see that. That would be nice to see tomorrow night on Raw. I thought this match was better than Punk versus Shield. And that was a good match. But in terms of ranking, it would be the Tag Team Championship. It would be this match, Wyatt versus Bryan, and then Shield versus Punk. So that should answer your question on how I feel about the TLC match, John Cena versus Randy Orton. I will say this about the main event. In terms of John Cena versus Randy Orton, this is one of their better matches. I at first thought it was their best one, and then I thought about how good their Iron Man and their I Quit match was. This is under their I Quit match. Maybe if you felt the I Quit match sucked, it can be like second, just a tad bit above. But their Iron Man match is still the best match they've had so far. So it's Iron Man, whether you want to put I Quit and then TLC, or then TLC and I Quit, that's where it would rank. And we got a clean finish, which shocked me. I saw both the belts hanging above the ring, so I thought, oh crap, that can't be good. And then I saw Vince McMahon with Stephanie and Triple H arrive. So that's when I just went, yeah, we're going to get a screwy finish tonight. There is absolutely no way that this can just end cleanly. And it did, which surprised me. And Randy Orton beat John Cena, which was my pick, so I'm happy about that. And Cena took a nasty bump at the end of that match. I think he got pulled. Yeah, he got pulled off the ladder, and then he hit his head on the table that didn't break. Yikes! That was devastating. But Randy Orton is now your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. They're not calling him the WWE Unified Champion. Thank God. That name is terrible. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion sounds perfect. So, thank you for keeping that name and getting rid of that Unified Championship business. That was stupid. I can't complain about this. I will say it was a bit underwhelming when the McMahons came out and just clapped for him. I'm thinking, okay, what's going to happen here? They're coming out to say some shit. Is anybody going to turn on anybody? No. We're just going to end it with them clapping and celebrating with Randy Orton. Okay. I guess see what happens on Raw then. That's all I can really say. But overall, I will say that in terms of WWE pay-per-views, this is definitely one of the better ones this year. I feel like if I'm going to rank pay-per-views, I would say SummerSlam was the best, then Money in the Bank, then Payback, and then TLC. And then whatever you want to follow that one up with. I don't care if it's WrestleMania or anything like that. But those are the top 4 pay-per-views. This would definitely rank into the top 5 pay-per-views of 2013. There wasn't really a lot of bad matches on this card except for one, which was Miz versus Kofi Kingston. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Even Brodus Clay versus R-Truth was at least decent. It was long. It was kind of but the heel turn at the end kind of saved it from being a terrible match. So, I mean, give me your thoughts down below, guys, about the pay-per-view overall. And tell me how you felt about it. Do you think it's worth watching? Do you think it was worth buying? If you did buy it, was it worth the $50 to you? I don't think it was. But I do think if you did buy it, you got something out of it. It wasn't like, oh, I got nothing worth the punch in my buck. So, the last clips following this video are the remaining clips that I recorded. I'm going to show you the clips of Daniel Bryan, where I met him and he was coming out. And then Natalya, when we met her as well. So, yeah, enjoy those clips coming after this video, guys. Subscribe. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, check out everything down below in the description box, as well as our podcast, Wrestling Paradise. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow night for Raw. Your boy, the next man, signing off.
He's awesome, man. You're our champ, Natty! The true champ! True champ! True champ! True champ! True champ! Daniel Bryan! Look at boy like Daniel Bryan. Bye, Natty! Bye, Natty! Bye, Natty! You're the bomb.com!